Well, hello, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. It's Wednesday. That's it. I got the day right. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. So, look, we're going. What do we do? We went from the UK, well, not UK, Tenerife, let's blame them, over to Idaho as we spoke about the resignation of Ann Taylor. And now we're back in Tenerife and a couple of things to touch on. So, first of all, let's talk about this Mountaineer and what he is talking about in regards to the search. So, they've enlisted a Mountaineer to help find Jay Slater. I don't know at this stage what they think and they're going to find. Because, again, unless they believe that then they're looking for Jay Mears, then this is a recovery. You know, he didn't find some secret shop that had all of the stuff that he would need to have survived a month in this terrain in 25-degree heat and then nighttime in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. But not the black bag. Did he lose the bag? Did I hear that he'd lose the bag when they said that how you'd recognise Jay? I'm sharing the pictures when he was at the race. He had like a bag over him, over his top. Anyway, I digress. So Mountaineer enlisted to help find Jay Slater reveals 3 major issues hampering search. One of them being the parents not wanting to do a great deal. A Mountaineer enlisted to aid in the search of missing teen Jay Slater has revealed 3 major issues slowing the hunt down. Money, hair and nails. Only joking. Shane Yarrell, the mayor of Waltham, what is that about? Oh yeah, Waltham Abbey in Essex, joined Jay's desperate family as they searched the Tenerife mountains where he vanished. The British teen has been missing, we know, for 4 weeks. This week, Yarrell, why can't people just have names like John? Flew out in a bid to help Jay's family continue their hunt, but was warned of 3 major issues hampering their search effort. He told the Mirror, "It's really not easy. I struggled on the mountain, and so did his family, but it didn't bother them because their priority is powering through to find Jay. And the altitude and the heat make it really difficult, and the mountain is massive. You go over one edge, and there's another bit." I don't know if I can read any more of this. What are they talking about? It's uneven ground. Oh, we've gone over one. Oh, there's another. What? I don't get it. I don't understand. So they've brought this guy out there who is unfamiliar with how uneven terrain works, and when you've got multiple sort of altitudes, if you like, that's thrown him for a loop. I hope they're not paying him out of the 36,000 that they withdrew from the GoFundMe. Anyway, I digress. Let's skip down there a little bit. Jay's dad, Warren Slater, echoed these sentiments as he warned it would take an army 10 years. Don't think it would, but I get the sentiment. To search the region where his son vanished. He's got to be in walking distance of where the last place was that he that he left. If he was at this B&B and he walked, then he is within walking distance of the B&B. So get a circle, draw it, and then walk in those. Or send drones up. They don't know whether Jay is alive or dead. It's been 4 weeks, not been seen, not found nothing. He was hungry, he was thirsty, and his phone was on 1% battery. I'm pretty sure that he's not alive. It's just the way it is, sadly. That's how I feel about it. They are doing everything to find him. They're just not just out for an hour. They're out all day, 9:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. Why wouldn't they stay until after dark and see whether they can see any lights out there? Again, get a drone out there at night and see whether you can see any campfires being lit, anything like that. Because again, the Jay Mears sort of connection, you would think that he's doing stuff at night to keep warm, perhaps. I feel for them. His dad in particular, because his mum's doing fine. She's getting her hair done, she's getting her nails done, so she's living her best life. Dad, not so much. I'm a parent and my child is only a few years younger than Jay. The whole thing is heartbreaking, not having any answers. According to The Sun, sources close to the police are still hopeful of finding the teen alive, just like all the other people who vanished without a trace in Tenerife. They probably felt the same about them as well. But anyway, you get the gist of it. They've got a Mountaineer, and they're going to be searching for Jay with this guy who's unsure how uneven terrain works. I wanted to ask a question. The whole purpose of this video, what you're here for, so if you've watched all through that, well done you. The phone call, Qassim had spoken about receiving a call from Jay's friend about the fact that Jay had slipped and been bitten. Weird verbiage, nearly as weird as came alive, left alive. So it who made that call? Think about it. The only person who could have made that call was Brad, because Brad was the one who apparently was on the phone to Jay when he talked about the fact that it sounded like Jay had gone off-road because of the sound under his feet of the stones, pebbles, whatever. So it must have been Brad who contacted Qassim and told him that he'd spoken to Jay. Now, I don't know what was contained in this phone call. I don't know what the purpose of it was, what was the real point. Had Brad contacted Qassim to say, what are you doing? Can you not go and get him? This is where he is. Can you go and look for him? Was there that kind of conversation had? If not, why not? And again, why didn't Brad, during that phone call, why didn't him and Lucy arrange for a taxi to go to where Qassim's place was? Because they know the guy, clearly. Especially, they must have known him enough to make that phone call. Why didn't any of these people do anything? Why did I can't work it out. I can't work it out why neither Lucy, Brad, Qassim did anything. The story that Qassim says about what happened that morning with respect of Jay apparently waking up, he's turned down a lift despite being hungry, thirsty, and got an 11-hour walk ahead of him rather than go in a car with this guy. Was his driving that bad that he thought, rather than getting in the car, jumping in the car with him for 45 minutes, I'm going to walk 11 hours? The devil's in the detail, they say, don't they? And for me, there's just some things that don't add up. But that phone call, the phone call that Qassim references, where he uses the phrase "a friend," he had heard from a friend. Well, that friend must have been Brad. So I conclude that Brad had absolutely contacted Qassim after speaking to Jay. Now, was he checking how Jay managed to get away? Who knows? But there's something dodgy about that call. 100%. Let me know what you think. Had you put it together? Who Qassim was referencing when he said about that call? Maybe I'm just late to the party, like Jay will be to the next one. I'll catch you all on the next one.